So we're really excited because we're going to do an unboxing of the dual action Avid 6-inch buffer.
Yeah, buffer polisher, but it's not really Avid, which this one here has got a ton of good reviews, and I have yet to see a really good unboxing video. So I did a little research, and like most companies, it's just a different sticker on it. It's the same identical buffer. That one's $69. Come on. I think your phone locked up. Well, there, you hit the picture. This one is $59. This one you get 3 little pads. This one you get 3 little pads and or 4 little pads and a muff thinger there. But more importantly, I will not be using the cheap pads. I ordered better pads. But that is what is in this box, and we are going to do a full video of the unboxing. It hasn't even been opened yet, and we're gonna work with it. Like I said, this is not the Avid, but it's identical, just with a different decal on it. This is called a two-petter. Guess you run out of names. Down here. These are my McGuire pads that I will be using, not the cheap ones. So when I said I bought better pads, I meant it. That's enough of that. Make sure you do better. There, little manual. Little buffing pads you get with it. This is part of the reason why you don't want to use anything that comes with cheap equipment. It's all smashed down. It'll take a long time for it to come back to normal. This one also has a pretty big divot there. We'll open them up. Show you. This isn't too bad. Clean your car, dust, whatever. Use that for anything. Of course, your handle. It's got some good weight to it. We'll give it that. Got your disc, 6-inch disc. Tool package. It's identical to the Avid in every way. Alright, I had to stop it there to move some trash, but you can see all the little divots. They'll probably come out over time, but it's not worth destroying a paint job over. Maybe buff headlights or something, but other than that, these are trash. And then you got a pad that you put the stuff on. And it's Velcro. This, I will do a full measurement. That is not even 5 inches. 4 3/4. Of course, you got the handle, which has multiple different locations where you can put it. You can put it at the top, and right here, all the way down. You know, you got your little hand thing to hold it there. Kind of wish that was rubber, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. This is rubber. Has a good feel to it. This isn't. So, but see what we got in here. You got extra brushes for the motor. It's a huge plus. Of course, you got the tools to put this on and to tighten whatever you need to tighten with that. I think this just spins on. Nice little disc thing there. Right there. That's what that's for. I don't like to read directions. How about you, Taylor? Did you read directions?
No.
No. Why aren't you a little bit of a pain to stick on? Notice that this right here, if you got fat fingers like me, you're gonna hit right there. So I guess the only way to do it is like that. And then like a little further away. That'll get in the way. So go ahead and tighten it up this way. This underneath it. Give it a little bit of tug. Don't have to go hog wild on that. There we go. Good. Now I got 3 different systems here. Alright, so one's to get the swirls and whatnot out. They're sort of rough. You know, you're sanding with 2000 grit, that'll take it out. And your second step and your third step. So, they're supposed to come with 2 discs. This only has 1 disc. Didn't want to do this, but since I only have the 4 3/4 inch, I really wanted to get something that covered the whole base. But yeah. Beggars can't be choosers, so I can always order another disc. Not too bad. It's nice and rough too. Pretty stiff, real stiff to the feel. This is exactly what you want in something that's going to take the hardcore scratches out. No, I wouldn't say hardcore, but decent scratches out. Of course, this one is going to be real soft. Hear the big difference? It's real nice and soft and flush. This one it's a little bit softer. Just a little bit. It's your final. It's real flexible. And this is real stiff because it's hard. Of course, this one's less stiff than your finish. So you got your one, it's a cutter. One, it's pretty much like your buffer. This will actually put out a beautiful shine. But this one right here is for finishing. So you want that extra step, extra gloss. So we will be doing all 3 steps at a later date, but we are going to do mainly the cutting one for right now. Alright, well, a couple features with this thing. Obviously it's dual action, so it'll move around. Got your on and off. I just plugged it in. I have yet to turn it on. You got multiple speeds here. So let's turn it on. That's first speed. Second speed. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Woo. She really vibrates. But this has the same exact specs as the one they wanted $69 for it, so that's why I decided to get this one, because I know most companies, that's what they do. They'll throw a badge on it and then they'll call it their own and it'll be cheaper. That's why it's always really good to search the different products, and you just get into that little wormhole and you end up finding the same identical product for cheaper. Sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. This one I was willing to spend $150, but I want to see what the hype was for it. I was like, well, this is the same identical thing for $10 less. The vibration went away. Yeah, no vibration now in it. There's a little bit to it since I put that on there. All right, well that is that. Now we're going to clean the trunk, do a little bit of buffing. Well, I'll show you we're going to do this section. Sawdust everything. I've been kind of using it for a tool bench, but this deck lid, I believe this is a single stage paint, so a little bit of green will be popping up with it, but you can see there's just a lot of dirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub that dirt into it. Guarantee for scratches. That's what we want. This paint job is horrible on this car. It will be getting redone, upcoming videos. I'm not pushing around there because it's sticky stuff there. So that's basically it. All right. So we are going to use this mirror glaze, also from Meguiar's. It's been used, but it'll definitely cut. And we are going to do a final step with this stuff. This stuff here works really good. So we're going to do two parts. I was only going to do one. If you shine up close, Taylor, you can see all the defects in this. Try not to get my ugly mug in here. But yes, it is very bad. I haven't done anything on this side. I just cleaned it, wax and grease removal, and threw some water on it. Try to get any kind of contaminants in it, but you can see that was there when I bought the car. Weird round piece in the paint job. All right. Okay, with anything you definitely want to shake it up. All right. What I do is I try to push a little bit out and I get that little first part off because sometimes it gets hard. But this is a brand new pad. A lot of times you want to push this stuff in so your hands will get a little dirty. Now with this paint job, I don't care about it. All right. Well, most people, they throw the dots, whatnot. Doesn't matter. And just get your hands and you're pushing into it. If you don't want to run it dry, you can heat the pad up. That's the reason why there's a compound to help with the cutting. The tool is adding extra scratches to the paint job, which I'm fine with. Right there, that should be good. professional, so, but it's always worked for me. So I just take it and I rub a little bit without the tool on our rub areas. All right, I'm only going to do this slow in step one because I don't know this machine. So here we go. Well, it looks like we're going to definitely pick up the speed. You got to constantly move it. If you don't, it'll get really warm and it'll burn a hole in your paint. Or grab that stuff that's coming down. Or grab that stuff that's coming down. You don't want to put a lot of pressure in, as you see I just did over there, and it pushes in the body panel, like right here. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I'm just putting a little bit of pressure on it, not much. Mainly the weight of the buffer. See how it changed a little bit of color there? All right, now we're going to buff this stuff off using just a regular, you probably want to use something else besides a cheap paper towel. This glaze stuff doesn't like to come off.
Yeah, I got it on my shirt.
Yep, probably will. It does like to fly. I'm glad you could join us, Aurora. Pause it. Okay, well, you can definitely see night and day difference. You see all the little scratches over here. There's still scratches in it though, obviously. And it's been enough time to really buff it and understand the pad. Each and every pad does kind of different. And I like to study it for at least a half hour each pad, different compounds to make sure I'm getting the right combination. But yeah, not too bad. So I'm going to do a little bit more with the buffing, and then we're going to go to the final. That's a little excessive. Another main tip is you want to try to keep this thing flat. You don't want it at an angle. And every car has curves, so you just got to be cautious of what you're doing. So this time, I'm going to spend a little bit more time doing it. This is still the cutting. This isn't anything other than that. And I'm going to put the speed up a little bit. Have it on 4. Put a little too much pressure on that one. focus. And you can see a big difference. See with the light right there. See all the scratches surrounding these lights right here. And come over here. Very, very little scratches. Plus, if you look at this line, you see all the imperfections in the paint. Over here, it's straight. The more clear you see a light in a paint job, the better the paint job is, the better the buffing. You know, like right now you can barely tell it, and that's because this paint here is crap. They didn't do a very good job of it. All right, now we do a quick finish. What do you think so far, Aurora? Does it look pretty good to you?
Yep.
Yep, just simple yep. Smell that. All right, this is another brand new pad, and this will be the finishing Shine Master sealant. Polish and sealant. Make sure there's no dust particles. Same scenario. I want to get it pushed in the pad. Smell that.
That's good.
Get her worked in that pad really good. Do a little bit of pressing. Hardly any vibration in it, as long as you have that pad centered. Made in China. Close up. After that, I clean this off with wax and grease to show that there is some particles on here from the pad, but I'll show you the difference with the tape line. So you can see that tape line just with the difference in the buffer compound. You really see the difference. So Does it do its job? It does that and some. Do better. So overall, would I suggest anybody buy this, especially for a beginner or something? Yes, definitely. It's cheap. It's super cheap. It's got a lot of power to it for what it is. No need to spend, $180 to $1,000 for one if you're just doing oddball stuff. A lot of the tools I buy are pretty expensive because I use them all the time. This one I'll be using all the time, but not as frequent. So why not? It was worth a shot. So the Avid is identical to this in every single way. So yes, definitely worth the price. I'll watch Amazon will probably jack the price up to this to be even as the other one, $10 cheaper. But then again, I don't care if you get the Avid or the Do Better. You definitely want to buy some better pads because these have been out now for a while and they still have imperfections in them. There you go.